pull this off, they gave me unrestricted access to the whole prison, because our goal is to use modern technology along with our own engineering skills to determine once and for all whether these 3 escapees actually made it safely to land. Guys, we are no longer in a raft. Or if they vanished forever in the frigid, shark-riddled waters of the San Francisco Bay.
I'm not sure we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it!
I cannot believe they would spend 23 hours a day in this tiny little cell. On June 11th, 1962 at 9:30 p.m., this exact jail cell would have seemed pretty unremarkable to any of the guards on duty and to all but 3 of the prisoners held here on the island. Because that's the night those 3 prisoners decided they were finally going to attempt their escape after nearly a year of meticulous planning and preparations. But in order to pull this off, starting right here in their cells, they would need to execute their elaborate 6-part escape plan flawlessly, eventually taking them up and out of the prison, down to the water, and across the bay to their freedom. And to pull this off would require countless strokes of genius, like fake vents to cover up their digging progress, fake bolts made from sculpted soap, or a homemade raft fashioned from prison-issued raincoats. But all 6 of those critical steps started right back here with the decoy, moments after lights out at 9:35 p.m. Since they weren't expected out of bed until roll call the next morning, they needed a way to not sound the alarms with empty beds when guards came by to perform head counts several times during the night. So they placed fake heads like these on their pillows that they had spent 2 months crafting out of soap, concrete dust, toothpaste, toilet paper, and actual human hair.
This is kind of creepy, and it shows how good the heads are, because I feel like I'm in a jail cell with a sleeping man just out of the corner of my eye. Only thing that's missing is the snoring.
Now at this point, it's worth mentioning these weren't your average prisoners. Frank Morris had an IQ of 130, and he was the mastermind who planned everything. Then brothers John and Clarence Anglin, while not as smart as Frank, were resourceful and good with tools. All 3 had previously escaped from other prisons, so they were sent to Alcatraz because no one had successfully escaped in its 28-year history. So in order to assess and truly appreciate every aspect of their bootleg prison engineering, I needed to recreate all the steps they took in their escape. So I assembled a prison break team of my own with Johnny Harris and Cleo Abram. Cleo would be the mastermind, and Johnny and I would be the slightly dumber pair of brothers.